Alright, just a good reminder. Loosen up on a regular basis. You may not have time to do something as extenuous as yoga, but you can stretch during the day, and little stretches will develop you to have wonderful abilities to do yoga easily. So baby step your way in order to stretch wonderfully. But that's not the focus of today's message. It's just a little bit of a, hey, do that and have some music in your life. Music is good. And don't forget the cartoons. You need cartoons as well. Though, what I really want to talk to you today about is ancient magic. And it's the Key of Solomon. The Key of Solomon, a lot of people talk about. I've read the book, The Lesser and the Greater, and nowhere in either of those two books is the Key of Solomon exactly explained so that you can be able to use it yourself. It's explained in ways that you have to acquire possessions and then create this magic from other things that a lot of people, they don't feel good about. And essentially they don't want to get into it. But the Key of Solomon is something that we all have. And what we all have is what causes a lot of conflict between people and even causes the conflict within an individual. That conflict is the proverbial heart, which is our inner angel, that eternal life that lives within us. It's not a heart. It's not just some title. It's a being. And our mind. Our conscious reality of what we've experienced in this lifetime, what we've learned from this lifetime. Now, those two things give you science, and let's give it a basic word, which is imagination. Imagination is going to lead us to faith. They're practically the same thing. Can you imagine it? Then you can have faith that it's real. Faith and imagination is the same thing. We believe something that we don't necessarily see in the moment before us. Alright? But any scientist is going to tell you that the numbers, the physical items, they can only help you get so far. Because you have to use your imagination. You have to believe further than what the data can give you. That's faith and science. That's your conscious mind and your angel. Conscious mind is science. You're very literal in what you know works and what doesn't work. And your inner angel is that imagination. It's that belief of what exists that you have not seen this time around. You get those two things and you believe the evidence and you believe the imagination, and you use those two things to focus on whatever you're learning. That creates a triangular point, two sources leading you to a reasoning, thoughtfully acceptable answer that you may not be able to have before you in this moment, but something that's going to guide and direct you and get you there. Because you know it's true, the science part, and you believe, and with belief you'll put forth strength and effort and energy and science to create that which you believe that you don't have currently. That's the Key of Solomon right there in a nutshell. Faith, science, direct it to whatever you're focused on, to whatever you're studying, to whatever you want to get to. Do you want to learn to be a better person in life? Do you want to learn how to help somebody overcome their problems? Do you want to know somebody for 40 years of life, but you never really met their angel? You never really met who they were as a complete person? It might have been because of a great amount of separation. They didn't have the Key of Solomon. They were combating what's real and what they thought about saying that this couldn't make it real. But we hear birds, we see tree and life and energy, and it exists. Why? Because something or somewhere put things together so they could blend and so they could grow and develop into what we are today. Believe that what you know is true and that it can become real, and apply the science to it. Have the key of Solomon no matter what you study, no matter who you talk to, and no matter what you talk about. It'll get you far. It'll teach you a lot. We'll get some more words coming at you. I love y'all. Everyone's great. Have a good day. And stretch. And stretch, because we're fluid. We're not solid beings. We are fluid beings. We move. We move. Alright?